Who is your competition beyond your industry? Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. We're recorded live on a daily basis and then spread out to you over time. So here we are, and we've got, I'm going to be doing interviews right here, so stay tuned to this channel, podcast, or wherever you're at. Some of you are watching, some of you are listening. It doesn't matter. We're going to get you some good stuff here real soon. In the meantime, I wanted to hit on this one topic because it's one of those things I learned, probably almost 10 years ago now, when I heard, I think it was Dan Kennedy that I originally heard say this. And he was saying, your competition isn't just in your industry. So if you're a business owner or an executive and you basically run your business. You run the business. You're the one in charge. You probably spend a lot of time thinking about competition. And oftentimes it's people that are in your industry or in your specific area of your industry, or the people that seem to be competing the most directly for clients and customers. And you really ought to be thinking beyond that. It's one of the main things of why I think competition it's a misnomer on a lot of ways, and I talk about all in my book, 9 Ways to Amazon-Proof Your Business, because it's all about overcoming competition. But a big part of it is overcoming the mentality of competition, that competition actually exists. Okay, and so go get yourself a copy of this. It's a short book, easy to read, amazonproofbook.com. You get your own free copy. And you can also buy a physical copy if you want to go to Amazon, or if you go to amazonproofbook.com and get the download for the copy, it'll give you the option for a discounted physical copy along with the audiobook. So that's coming up soon. Let's talk about what competition is not, though. What competition, well, let me rephrase that. Let's talk about what, if you're actually thinking of competition, how you really ought to be thinking about that in a broader sense. Because if you think you're competing just for dollars, that's a small piece of it. That's way down the line before you ever get a dollar from your prospective customers. You got to think about the attention that you're getting, and the competition for attention is endless. It never ends. And it goes far beyond your industry. When you're competing for attention, you're not just competing against other people in your industry or other people that talk like you or think like you or advertise like you or market like you. You're not just competing against them. You're competing against everything else that's on YouTube, okay? Everything else that's on the internet. You're competing against their family time. You're competing against the work that they're supposed to be doing right now. You're competing against, everything in their life is pulling them away from paying attention to you and your message. And if you think about that, that's rather daunting, because there's more. If you just think about yourself, all the things that are pulling your attention all day long, if I asked you to sit down and write out all the different things that captured your attention today, you would not be able to do it, because it goes in so many different directions. You would give up after an hour. It's impossible. Most people cannot stay focused on anything, and everything around us is trying to keep our minds working that direction. If you're on social media, if you've got a mobile phone, it just makes it all 10 times worse, and most people do. So where do you go from here? If everything is competition, if everything is competing, well, now you got to back up and say, okay, how can I capture the attention and keep it? And you got to realize that every business is in the entertainment business, whether you want to be or not, because entertainment is how you get attention. And in order to get your message across to people, to sell your widget, any product, any service that you have, any cause that you're trying to get people to rally behind, if you want people to be on top of that, you've got to get their attention. And to get their attention, you've got to have something entertaining. It doesn't necessarily need to be you, but It needs to be someone. It needs to be something. And it needs to be consistent enough that people can go and find you. Okay? Consistency is a huge piece. But this is all in looking at competition completely different, because it isn't what you think it is. You more than likely have stuck in your mind that these are my competitors and they're who I have to defeat. I'm telling you, once you're done defeating them, it's not over. Because they aren't real. they're not who you have to compete against. What you have to do is be so different that it doesn't matter, that there is no competition, that you're in an industry unto itself. I talk about it in my book, and we talk about it here. So come back again. I'm back here on a daily basis. We have these conversations. We're going to be bringing in other voices to have more conversations about these same ideas. So stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow night. In the meantime, you get out there and let the magic happen.